Everyone, this is going to be a general reading for Gemini Libra Aquarius. I just wrapped up the Aries Leo Sagittarius read, and that was about 50 minutes. I did not intend for it to be that long, but there was a pretty direct, intense message in that. So if you have, I don't know why I'm feeling the need to tell you guys this. If you guys are connected to an Aries Leo Sagittarius, maybe check out some parts of that read because it was just really intense. So if you feel pulled to it, so be it. If not, so be it. Throw it out. Anyway, let's get started with your reading, Gemini Libra Aquarians. I feel a very stubborn energy on the board. Let's just begin there. Somebody's camouflaging their energy too. Two different degrees of it. I feel like there's a group of you who might be camouflaging your energy to protect yourself, and then I feel like there's another group of you who are camouflaging your energy because you don't want something to be found out. I will leave that there. I'm not diving too deep into that. Some of you guys might be seeing 151, 252, 131, 212, 717, like numbers like that. You guys might be seeing a lot of those repeating numbers. I would really take note of those and maybe look them up as you see them. I feel like that's a really strong message for you guys. Whoa. We have engagement, forgiving and learning. Oops. And a past life relationship. Wow. Okay, guys. And we have very soon at the bottom of the deck. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. I feel like some of you might have just gotten out of a situationship that was very toxic and you guys might have just moved away from it. And now you're kind of moving into like this new chapter in your life. Like you might have met somebody new actually, or somebody came into your world, or they're about to come into your world. But and if it's not somebody new, then this is the same person that you've been dealing with. But your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And I actually don't know if this is so much related to a love situation or if this is related to yourself. Because I also feel like a really strong commitment to yourself and honoring yourself and knowing yourself. And then we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So I really get the sense that you're really coming into terms with being just who you are. You're really being happy with who you are. And this guy is just kind of like, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, okay, I forgive you, whatever. But not in a nasty, petty way, but more or less like this has happened before. And I feel like you've done this before with somebody if you are dealing with another individual. I get the strong sense that you have done this over and over and over again. Because past life relationship is here and it says you have known each other before. And I don't know if this is somebody new or if this is somebody that you're currently already dealing with. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some cards here. Ooh, I almost just dropped it. We have Judgment, Nine of Wands. Somebody's been through a hell of a battle. Somebody is exhausted. I feel a headache coming on, a pressure in the top of my head. Some of your crown chakras might be opening. There's something if you're a woman, there's something about, like, this is really crazy. I'm sorry that I'm bringing this up, but there's something about your breasts where, like, they might be sore. I don't think there's pregnancy. There could be pregnancy. I don't see pregnancy. I'm just like, there's like a soreness to your breasts. Like both of them. Like they're just sore. Or maybe they got like a cup size bigger. I don't really know how to explain it. It's really intense, but I'm going to move on from the topic. There's judgment on something that you've manifested. Like, I feel like spirit is actually calling on judgment because somebody is just wounded, not wounded in a serious, like, not wounded in a physical sense, but emotionally wounded, maybe spiritually wounded, where you're just exhausted and you're like, I don't want to fight anymore. I don't want to do this. And I get the sense that somebody might have turned their back to, like, manifest something new, or you're dealing with a situation that you have manifested that maybe you kind of didn't realize that you've manifested. Or you called judgment on a situation because you were no longer happy, you were very defensive, you were exhausted, and you're like, hey, I'm going to go and manifest what I want. Because I get the sense that whoever this is, they're very connected to what they do. They're a powerful manifester. They know how to manifest. They know how to, get on the right path. And this strikes me as an individual who, once they've had enough, they've had enough. And now they're like, okay, new page, I can't do this anymore. And they're calling judgment on a situation. There could be a child involved. I don't necessarily think that there is a child involved. There could be a child involved, but it's not really it's not super prominent for me. You could be dealing with a person who has a child, and you were kind of asked to step into that step-parent type of role, and you were like, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if it's meant for me. I don't know if this is the right decision. I don't know if this is the right thing for me. I don't want that to sound awful because I can't imagine what that's like. But it's kind of like an energy of being like, if there is a child involved, I feel like it's somebody else's child, and you're being asked to, you or vice versa, are being asked to step into a parental role, and you might not be ready for it yet. You might be more interested in pursuing your career or whatever the case may be. So I kind of get that type of an energy where it's a little bit defensive, a little bit wounded, and you're like, I don't know if this is meant for me. I don't know if this is the right situationship for me. And you really want to manifest something spiritual. You want to manifest something committed. You want to manifest something with high morals, very high morals. And it definitely has to do with abundance in the emotional department. This is the 10 of Cups. And see, this side of the 10 of Cups versus this side of the 10 of Cups really talks to me about self-love. And I really get the sense that this might have been a past life relationship, but it's like unresolved karma where you really had to learn how to love yourself, and you really had to learn how to, again, I'm being pulled back into that, what I said about that engagement card, of really committing to yourself and being like, you know what, I'm not going to let this person just seduce me all the time. I don't know if that, 3 of Swords here. Something really hurt you, and something something really hurt you, and something really left you feeling defensive. And if this is you or the person that you're dealing with, it could be vice versa, whatever it was surrounding a commitment that you either knew was spiritual or you felt was spiritual, and you're like, how could this be happening, in a way where it's like you're calling judgment on it. You're like, you know what, I'm calling judgment on it because I don't know what to do, and for the time being, I'm going to manifest what truly speaks to me. It could be a new stable opportunity. We have the Ace of Pentacles at the top of the deck. You could be getting an apology. You could be getting an apology with a new opportunity of abundance. Whatever it was, I feel like you invested in something that really left you wounded. And you've done enough self-work to know that you don't deserve that. So you're kind of turning your back because, like, the magician has all the tools that he needs in order to manifest what he, what he needs. Like, he has everything he needs to succeed, basically. So you're like, you know what? I've had it with this energy of being a wounded warrior, or, you know, a victim. And I say that, you know, with the most compassion. But it's like you're coming out of that energy and you're turning your back and you're like, you know what? There's a new day dawning. I'm going to manifest something spiritual. I'm going to manifest something committed with high morals. And I'm going to really turn to my spiritual practice. I'm going to turn to my religion. I'm going to turn to that intuitive transformation of self-love. And I'm going to fulfill what I need to, because something broke my heart. Or something, it's like you had a shield up, right? It's like, here's an image of a heart painted on a shield. And all these swords came from all different directions and penetrated it. But it's like it didn't actually touch you. You see what I mean? It hit the shield. Not internally. So it might have hurt you, but like you have enough self-love to say, I don't deserve that. I don't deserve this pain. I don't need to carry this shield that has all these swords in it. I don't need to carry this anymore. It's not for me. Yeah, I really get the sense that once something ends, there's going to be communication about a new beginning that's going to be kind of a wish fulfillment. And I feel like this communication is going to be very direct. It's going to be very intense. And I really feel like it's going to have to be, I feel like it's protecting whatever your wish fulfillment is. I feel like this communication is like, you know what? I have to move on. I have to have a new beginning. I can't do this, you know, because like I have 9 cups here and I have my 10 of cups self-love. You see what I mean? Like I can't hold this heartache anymore. It's not for me. Like I don't need to carry this shield of, you know, brokenheartedness. I can let it go because I have enough love for myself to say that this does not serve me anymore. Like this doesn't serve me any good. And I can't live on my purpose or, you know, follow what it is I need to follow with all this karma all the time. And it's like a new passionate beginning comes out of it. Like look at that sun coming up. See what I mean? Like look at that sun coming up. Passionate new beginning. It could be with the same person, or it could be with somebody new that enters your life. You could be going through a situation where you have to forgive the past person because you might have met somebody new who you're like, oh my gosh, like this person is amazing. And you're going to a higher level of an engagement with this person and you're like, wow, I have to forgive my past. I have to release that burden. See what I mean? Like I have to let that go in order for me to have a passionate new beginning. I have to let that go in order for, see what I mean? 10 of Swords. Whatever stabbed you in the back, you have to let it go because this passionate new beginning it's coming in and you know it. Like I feel like you guys have enough self-love and self-respect and you guys are divinely connected to your path that you're like, you know what? I'm at my 9 of Wands. I'm almost at my 10 of Wands, yeah, because that showed up on the deck. You're like, I'm almost like, this is a load for me to carry and I can't do it anymore. And you're like, that's it. I'm leaving this and I'm walking away from it. Because see here on the reverse side, there's somebody still looking at it and they're like sad about it. But there's nobody in this picture. You're letting this go. Because you have this. You have the 10 of Cups within yourself. You love yourself enough to be like, I don't deserve this. Thus, a passionate new beginning could be with yourself, could be with another person. This could all be about self-love. And this could be a past life relationship that was like a karmic wrap-up. And if it's not a karmic wrap-up, then you're coming into contact with somebody who is aligned with you. Like they're aligned with where you're going. They're aligned with what your purpose is. And that person is going to kind of trigger all this stuff kind of to happen. And so, yeah, we have the Queen of Cups here. This is somebody who I really feel like you're going to give emotion to. You're going to be happy about because it's an option that you're being presented with. You see what I mean? And you're willing and excited to go for it because you're like, you know what? I deserve this. I am worth it. Again, with those positive affirmations, I am worth it. Whatever toxicity, because I really get the strong sense that somebody who's dealing with something very toxic, it's just like, you're like, I can't do anything. It's not my situation. It's left me wounded. I deserve better than this. I love myself to give myself the very best. It's some energy like that. The number 73 could be very prominent for you. You could have just released a bunch of conflict. Like, you guys might have had to really stand your ground in a lot of situations with people. Like, I really get the sense that a lot of people pushed your boundaries in the last probably year, where it's like, no matter what you were doing, you're like, why is it that every single person who's in my life pushes my boundaries? Why can't I get respect? Why can't I get people to understand who I am? Why can't people accept me for being who I am? Why can't people accept my boundaries and be respectful of them? And it's a karmic, I feel like it has to do with karma. And it's like, you had to learn how to commit to yourself in order for something new to come around that is aligned with you. Yeah, wow. This fell out first, I believe. This is a new contract. 2 people working together, okay? Contract. High Priestess, Piscean energy. Okay, listen to your intuition. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, there's somebody shouting from the top of this tower, okay? This bird is bringing in this message to this person, I think, over the full moon. Full moon in Aquarius coming up, okay? I think this full moon's going to probably bring somebody in for Empress. Face up. The Empress is somebody who's in very grounded, very controlled Taurus energy, I believe. This is coming towards you. Okay, this is beautiful. Like, this is honestly beautiful. This is coming towards you. You have a new contract coming towards you that, if it's not somebody new coming into your life because of the abundant self-love that you've been carrying, it's like it's like almost like somebody's lesson was to learn how to love themselves in every relationship that they've been in. And now that they've done that, they have their celebration, they can have their person, they can have their partner, because they learned how to love themselves first. And I think that that's beautiful. If this isn't in reference to another person, this is in reference to you. This could be yourself, this could be a work situation, this could be a new career, a new financial opportunity for you that is just going to make you super ecstatic and really happy. And it's like, again, with this romance card being at the bottom of the deck, very soon, clearly decide what you want so it can come to you. I really believe that. And see, express your love at the bottom of the deck. Trust at the bottom of the deck. See what I mean? All of these are aligned. And I feel like all of this is coming in for you during this time frame because something that you were dealing with was not meant for you to deal with. It's like you were in a situation with another person where it's like you almost had to fight their battles. Like, maybe you felt like you had to defend them or defend yourself or, fight their battles all the time. And it's like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. Like, I have to love myself. I have to I have to be able to give myself Ace of Cups before I can give anybody else Ace of Cups. Like, I got to be able to give it to myself. And again, here we go. 2 of Cups at the top of the deck here. With the Ace of Cups in the background. See what I mean? Like, you have to love yourself first before this union can come in. And I think that that's somebody's lesson here, is that they have to learn self-love for the true person to come in. Because maybe this person who's coming in, like, I kind of get the sense that they're kind of a handful. So, like, you're going to need that self-love. And I mean that in the lightheartedness. I really mean that in a lighthearted tone is what I meant. Because it's like, in order for this person to come towards you, you really had to learn how to love yourself and put yourself first. And I really get the sense that this person actually who comes towards you, they might push your boundaries too. They might be a dominant personality and you're like, no. I'm not dealing with this. I love myself. We can come to an agreement of equal give and take. But here are my boundaries. This is what I appreciate. This is what I don't appreciate. And it's really like a very mature energy here. Okay, very mature, very spiritual. I don't think that you know this person yet. Wow. 4 of Wands. Heart and home, honestly, heart and home. It's like this is a stable situation that's coming towards you. Something is bringing stability your way, whether it be a new person or, I really don't think it's the person that you're dealing with, to be completely honest. I feel like this is somebody that you don't know, because the Hierophant in this card has a mask on. The Magician has his back turned. These are things that I pay attention to, okay? There's not too many masculine faces that are presented except for this wounded warrior here. I feel like this person has been in the background for you for a very long time, but it's kind of like divinely being orchestrated, because you had to do some work, they had to do some work. So you guys had to go through another cycle maybe with other people in order for you guys to align on the same platform now, where you have enough self-love, you have that agreement with yourself to be able to come to this. And I think it's really ironic that I said that this person might push your boundaries and be a little bit of a, I don't want to say a pain in the ass, but they might be a little bit of a pain in the ass, because look at who's also in this. This is Capricorn energy, and I believe that might be, I don't know if it's, I guess it's, I don't know. You look at that and tell me what you see. You know what I mean? I just think it's ironic that I said that this person might be a little bit bullheaded, might be a little bit stubborn, might be a little bit of a lot to handle. So you had to come to this place in order, 21:21 on the clock when I said that. You might have had to grow to this space for them to come forward, because they're a lot to handle. And I feel like you're okay with that, though, because you're like, hey, I got it. I'm good to go. I got it. I got my self-love, and I'm moving forward. So you're moving right towards it, or they're coming towards you. Either you're coming towards them or they're coming towards you. And somebody's really into, I don't know if they're in the medical field. I don't know if somebody was doing a little bit of self-sabotage. I don't think that this is sneaky behavior. I think that this is self-deceptive energy. I feel like this might have been you actually trying to get away from a situation that no longer serves you. So I feel like this could have been your energy, and you're just quietly trying to sneak away from something that's just not meant for you, and you're like, I gotta get my swords and leave. So that's kind of how I see that. And then we have the Chariot here that's moving forward, progressing forward. And it's like, I have my cup of love, and I'm going towards my destiny. I'm going towards what's calling to me. I'm going towards my soulmate. I'm going towards the person who is divinely meant for me. And unfortunately, the person that you might be leaving behind, they're stuck in a vicious cycle. I don't know what that means, but they're stuck in a very toxic situation. They're stuck in an unhealthy position. It weighs a lot on you. And I feel like it actually might physically make you sick. And that's, never good. Yeah, it's been a heavy burden. But you're about to get to that town. You see what I mean? Like, he's about to come to that town. He's about to get there and put that down. He's going to put that load down. Or you, whoever the case may be, vice versa, whatever it might be. It's about to be put down so that you don't have to carry it anymore. That's beautiful. That's honestly beautiful. And it's like, boom, 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 boom. Quick to the point. Very quick and to the point. No bullshit. Queen of Wands. Very intuitive. Very connected. Very mystical. Very grounded. Somebody likes, is it runes? I might be pronouncing that wrong. They might use them. Whatever it is, you're moving to an ultimate, you're moving to a true connection. It's really what I see. I feel like this is new. This past life relationship, I think that you're making an agreement with yourself to love yourself more. You're forgiving the past and you're learning from it. And you're walking right towards your person. And I feel like you've done this over and over and over again. And it's like you guys have had to battle to get to each other every single lifetime. Like you guys have had to fight to come back together every single time. I don't know what that means, but that'll resonate with somebody. Because the message is for somebody. But the love that I feel is it's like you don't even know that, it's like physically you've never met this person, but you absolutely love them in your heart, and you know that they're out there, and it's like you're communicating with them through the ethers or through your dreams, you're communicating with this new person, but I don't think you physically have met. I don't think you know each other. I really don't. I don't think you've even met this person, but there's a new opportunity that's going to come and bring this person towards you. And it's like you guys are just like freaking magnets. But I don't think you've met this person yet. I feel like you know each other on a soul level. Like you guys might be communicating through dreams or through the ethers. And it's like that love, you know, like you know it. But I just don't think you guys have met yet. That blows my mind. I've never seen something like that. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunity that it presents. I really get the sense that you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, are really, oh my gosh, I just saw this card as a birthing canal. Oh my God. And that's crazy because I said about the breasts earlier. Maybe you guys have just found out that you're pregnant. Maybe you guys are going to be pregnant. Maybe when this person comes in, like the first time you guys are like intimate or whatever, like, I mean, hey, just be careful. This is a fair warning. You know what I mean? Like plan. You're thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And I really feel that gratitude coming from you guys, where you're like, hey, I'm just grateful that this happened. I'm grateful for the learning experience. I'm grateful for my guides. I'm grateful for spirit. I'm grateful for the world, earth, and being grateful for the people in your life. And then we have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love, and I really feel like you're learning how to love people even though they might not be for you. You know what I mean? Like you're learning to hold a place of love, hold a space of love for another individual, even though they might not resonate with you anymore. You're really learning how to hold that love for somebody. And then we have balance at the bottom of the deck here. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. And I think that that's very important with where you guys are, because I feel like the more that you hold into that energy and hold onto that, the more that's going to bring this connection in, if that's what this is about. But I really feel like that's what it's about, because that's what it keeps having me go over. Whatever you guys are experiencing right now that might be a heavy load, it's really putting pressure on my upper back and my middle back. Really try and stretch it out, maybe do some yoga, but really try and release some of that burden so that you don't have to feel like weighed down. Like I feel weighed down, like I feel very heavy. And I feel like it's from whatever you're dealing with right now, because it's just kind of, it's a heavy load to carry. It really is. It's a heavy load to carry. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting for you guys. I feel like you guys really had to walk away from a sneaky situation. Whoever you were dealing with that left you kind of wounded and tired and exhausted, you're like, I have to collect my swords and get the hell out of here, like freaking in the middle of the night type of shit, like sneaking out a window and just being like, peace. Like, I hate to put it that way, but it's kind of like I have to sneak away because I can't get wrapped up in this conflict. It's like it's almost like, again, camouflaging your energy. That just came back to me. Like it's almost like you have to camouflage yourself to protect yourself, to get away from a situation that was really, really heavy and toxic. And they're not really letting me touch into that toxicity, because I'm sure that you guys know, if this resonates with you, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But, there's something that's very toxic, and it's like you had to literally camouflage yourself, because whatever was going on in the exterior, you're like, whoa. I can't allow this to touch me. I can't allow this to affect me. I need to kind of sneak out in the middle of the night, because honestly, it's kind of like danger, red flag, like, green light, go. You know what I mean? And I don't get the sense that it's negative on your end, because I actually feel like you're in the right for moving away from this situation, because I feel like if you were dealing with somebody, like if you're in a relationship and it's been really rocky and this person like really has a lot of like stuff going on, I don't want to use the word baggage, but like I don't know why that's coming to me. Somebody might use that term. I want to use a more sensitive word. But it's just like this person has a lot going on karmically in their life, and you're like, whoa, I didn't know, I didn't see this, I didn't know this. That's not for me to, that's not my monkey, not my circus type of scenario where it's like, I see it, I acknowledge it, I'm sorry that you're going through that, but I can't allow this to affect me because this isn't right for me. This isn't what I'm meant to be doing. This isn't meant for me to be focusing on. And you're not abandoning somebody, but it's like, I almost get the sense that you might have been dealing with somebody who didn't want to do the work themselves. They wanted you to do the work for them. And you're kind of hitting this point where you're like, I can't. I have to camouflage myself and get the hell out of here, because this person is just like, they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to look at it. They don't want to fix it. They don't want to set healthy boundaries or have healthy communication skills. So you're just like, hey, I have to go. Like, I'm sorry that I have to do this, but I have to go for my own safety, for my own energetic safety, for my own health and well-being. And I mean, of course, like, if you're in an abusive relationship, please, like, take the precautions that you need and leave and get the help that you need. But I don't feel the sense that there's an abusive relationship. I get the sense that there's something very heavy with karma that you might not have seen fully. And then once you got to know this person more and more, you're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't know all of this was going on. I didn't know that blah, blah, blah. And this person knows that you're very good with what you do, like, you're very good with moving forward, and it's kind of like they want you to kind of do it for them, and they kind of might maybe use an excuse of, oh, I've been through a lot, I'm very tired and exhausted. And part of your lesson, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, is to know what's yours and what's not yours, what is yours to carry and what's not yours to carry. And I really feel like you got that message and you've learned that lesson spiritually, and you're like, I don't deserve this. This isn't meant for me. I have my 10 of Cups within me. You're moving away from this broken-hearted feeling. You're moving away from it because you're like, this does not serve me, or not does not serve me in a negative way, but doesn't bring you happiness. It's almost like a false soulmate, maybe, where you thought that they were the one, but then they were very deceptive with who they were, and then you found out things that they might not have told you. Like, this person could have been, like, really into, like, white lies, where they kind of fib about something that they don't need to fib about, and they lie about something that they don't need to lie about out of maybe conflict, like fear of conflict or fear of rejection or fear of abandonment. And this person, it's like their lies just kind of kept adding up and adding up and adding up, and their situation just kept not adding up and not adding up. And you're just like, listen, I don't know what's going on, but I really get the sense that, like, if they have a child with another person, it has to do with the baby mama or the baby daddy. And it's like you weren't told everything, like you were kind of kept away from it, and they didn't tell you everything that you should have known from the very beginning, which kind of led you to make this decision to move forward and to love yourself first, because you're like, whoa, wait a minute, I deserve honesty, I deserve, integrity, I deserve, someone to be real with me. I don't deserve to be lied to about something. I don't deserve to be kept in the dark about things. And I really get the sense that somebody really painted a portrait that wasn't exactly what they were dealing with. And I feel like this was affecting them financially, emotionally, and physically even, where they almost kind of came to you because they were broken. And I hate to put it that way, but it's like they might have presented themselves as a very strong warrior type of person, but then when you got to know them, they were like in a million pieces. And you're like, whoa, where did this come from? Like, why didn't I know about this? Why didn't you tell me about this? Like, something like that type of an energy. But I do see that as you move forward and as you love yourself first, it really brings in this soulmate connection. It really brings in this divine connection that I feel is like this is meant for you. And whatever situation you were dealing with, I don't think is meant for you. And I feel like you know that. That's why you're moving forward. That's why you're kind of doing it like camouflage, because you're like, okay, I got to get out of this because this is really affecting me negatively and I can't have that. And, you've got that awareness spiritually. If some of you guys are having chest pains, physical symptoms, I do get the sense that it has to do with your chakras. But I also get the sense that your physical sensations that you're picking up on, if it's in the throat and chest region, I actually feel like you might be picking up on this future person and their anxiety and your anxiety. And it's like you guys spiritually know that like you're about to bump into each other. And it's like that feeling like that, like it's manifesting in like a weird way. But if you are having like different physical symptoms and stuff, please go to a doctor and make sure that you're okay. That's all I have to say. But that's really what I have for you guys. Yeah, what a great read. What a beautiful read. Hang in there. Love yourself first. Keep with positive affirmations and tell yourself that you're worth it, because you are. And that's for somebody. Like, whoever needs to hear that message, you are worth it. You're worth it 100%. So, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.